Revolution Church, look at all that God's done. November of 2008, God puts the spark in my heart to start a new church somewhere in the United States, but we didn't know where. February of 2009, a friend of mine challenges me to pray 100 hours about where this church will be, what it'll be called, what it's going to look like, who we'll try to reach. And through that journey, God gave us the vision and the location of Revolution Church. We knew without a doubt we were going to move to the Schertz, Cibolo area and start a brand new church all about starting a revolution of grace in one life at a time. A church where it was okay to not be okay. A church full of grace. A church where everybody is welcome, nobody's perfect, and because of God, anything is possible. Just a couple months later, in June of 2009, our family was here. We moved, we were on the ground, and we didn't know anybody, but God had given us a heart to reach the 65,000 people in a 6-mile radius from our current location that don't know Christ. So we started working. We had to meet people. The first thing we did was build a grill, and we used that grill to feed people because we knew if we could feed people that we could probably meet people. And God used that. He used it. He worked a mighty, mighty work and grew the team to over 30 adults. It was incredible. Now there were 30 of us, excited about charging hell with a water pistol and reaching people one life at a time.
What was at the top of my list was to find a common ground, and I knew that we were at the lowest point in our relationship, that we needed something big. And for me, in my mind, that was God, and that was church. I reached out to our local community Facebook pages, and I just started asking questions. Are there any churches that you belong to, that you love, that you enjoy? And almost every page that I was on, somebody mentioned Revolution.
I remember on the way over there, I told her, if I don't like this church, this is going to be the last one that I go to. But we got there, and from the moment, it just didn't feel at all like a church. It was just comforting, actually. And that service, Zach's message was about not letting your God-given talents go to waste. And I had just a couple days before told myself that I wanted to get back into music and get back into playing guitar. So it just felt at that moment like God was talking directly to me.
We took 6 months to grow the team. And then January 24th, 2010, our church began. That was what we call launch day. It was the day our church was birthed. And about 104 people showed up that very first day. It was incredible. Immediately, we knew that God was in this. We knew that God was really doing something revolutionary. For the next 18 months, we met in that dirty, nasty gymnastics academy. It was the worst place you could have had church. Some of you might remember it, but God used it. He did something incredible. In those 18 months, over 50 people got baptized. Over 300 people gave their life to Christ. We grew to 4 service times in that location. We were out of parking. We were out of kids' space. We were out of seats. We knew it was time for whatever God had next. And then we found our current home, this location that we have right now.
One day, my really close friend, Monica Brandt, she asked me, she's like, hey, why don't you come to church with me? I think you'll like it. So I decided to come and check it out, and I was shocked. I was like, is it always like this? I'm like, it's like a party in here. It's exciting, It made me want to keep coming back.
It blew us away. The music was super loud, which I enjoyed it, but I remember looking over at my wife and thinking 2 things. I thought, this music's really loud for 8:30 in the morning, and did we sneak past the bouncer? Because I feel like we should have paid cover charge to get in here.
Look at all God is doing right here, right now. Since we moved into our new location, we've seen over 2,000 people make a decision to follow Christ. 569 people have taken the step of believers' baptism. It's unbelievable what God is doing. It's revolutionary what God is doing. We've got 4 service times right now. Seats are full. Lives are being changed. Relationships being restored. Countless marriages being healed and addictions being broken. And in the middle of all of it, it feels like God is just getting started. Imagine with me, what could God do next?